Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wa sayyidil mursaleen, Nabina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. When you perform one ibadah, how you do, it is fard ayn upon you to know that. Fard ayn, that means fard upon every individual to learn how to perform that particular ibadah. As you know, Umrah and Hajj, they are the same nature of ibadah, a very special ibadah. We know we are used to of salah, saum, fasting, but Hajj and Umrah is something very special. It is around one particular place. You can pray everywhere. You can give zakah everywhere. In all masajid, you can pray. But Hajj and Umrah only you can do in Mecca. Even in Medina, you cannot do Hajj and Umrah. Very special. Inna awwala baytin udi'a lin-nasi lalladhi bi-Bakkata. Indeed, the first house which is built for the people, which is located in Mecca, in Bakka. So that is very special house. Around that, Hajj and Umrah and Tawaf is allowed. Nowhere else, Hajj and Umrah and Tawaf is allowed. Even Sa'i between Safa and Marwa. Now the difference between Hajj and Umrah is, Hajj is a very big ibadah, is one difference. Umrah considered is a smaller version of the Hajj. That's what some people say back home, Umrah is small or little Hajj. Well, it is not little Hajj, it is Umrah. Hajj is something which is around House of Allah, Sa'i, Tawaf, and Sa'i between Safa and Marwa, and then going to outside of the city of Makkah to go to Arafat, to Mina, to Muzdalifah, all these. In Umrah, you don't need all this. And only 7 Tawaf and 7 times Sa'i between Safa and Marwa, this is Umrah finishes. Hajj needed another, altogether minimum 5 to 6 days. The operational practices of Hajj. While Umrah you can finish within a couple of hours. And Umrah, meaning in English or in Arabic, is az-ziyara, to visit. Umrah itself meaning to visit. And a visit of House of Allah, Kaaba, and to have Tawaf around it 7 times, and to have Sa'i between Safa and Marwa, and followed by cutting your hair or shaving the head. This is called the visit of Umrah. Now, this Umrah, is it fard or sunnah? There is a Quranic ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَأَتِمُّ الْحَجَّ وَالْعُمْرَةَ لِلَّهِ. Surah Al-Baqarah, 196. The command of Umrah came here. You people perform Umrah and Hajj for Allah. Hajj and Umrah for Allah. You perform Hajj and Umrah for Allah. It is a command of Allah. Al-Amr. Al-Amru lil-wujub. Any command of Allah generally should consider as fard. There is a usul. From that point of view, many of the scholars consider like Hajj is fard once in lifetime, Umrah is also fard once in lifetime. However, Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah and Imam Malik rahmatullah disagrees. They consider still Umrah is sunnah. Jabir radiallahu anhu said, Anna Nabiyya sallallahu alayhi wa sallam su'ila anil Umrah, awajibatun hiya? Qala la. The Prophet ﷺ was asked, Umrah, is it wajib? Wajib means here fard. Is it fard, Ya Rasulullah? He said, no. That means it remained sunnah. Why it is sunnah? Because Rasulullah ﷺ performed Umrah 4 times in his lifetime. In his life, he performed Umrah 4 times and Hajj 1 time only, as you know. Now, what is the virtue of Umrah? What is the reward? What is the thawab? There is a hadith in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, also in Musnad Ahmad, عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال العمرة إلى العمرة كفارة لما بينهما والحج المبرور ليس له جزاء إلا الجنة. One umrah to another umrah, in between all, it is expiation of the all sins committed between them. So it omits our sins from one umrah to another in between. Also, the Hajj, as you know, al-Mabrur, the rightly performed Hajj, has the reward, has no reward except the Jannah. And also, if Umrah is in the month of Ramadan, virtue becomes so high, as came in another hadith of Musnad Ahmad and Ibn Majah, Umratan fi Ramadan ta'adilu hajjatan. Umrah in the month of Ramadan equal to a Hajj. And there is another hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Tabi'u bayn al-Hajj wal-Umrah," that you do perform, follow on or continue. If you have chance to perform Hajj and Umrah, repeatedly do it. Once a lifetime Hajj is farad, but you can do Nafal Hajj if Allah enables you to do more. And Umrah you can do. Is there any limit how many Umrah you can do in your life, or there should be a gap? There are no specific, very difficult to establish from the hadith, but the Salaf Salihin has given many comments about this, which in fact varies from scholar to scholar. So some of the scholars said, "La ba'sa an ya'tamira fi sanati miraran." In a year, you can do multiple Umrah if you want to. That is opinion of Ali, Sahabi Ali radiallahu anhu, Ibn Abdul ibn Umar, Abdul ibn Abbas, Anas, Aisha, Ata, Ibn Tabi'in, Tawus, Ikrama, Shafi'i, rahmatullah alayhi. All of them say there is no restriction. In a year, you can do more than one Umrah if you want to. But some of the scholars given some kind of limit. They said, some of the scholars said in the 1 year, one Umrah is good. More than one is not recommended. And that opinion holder is Imam Malik, Al-Hasan al-Basri, Imam Ibn Sirin, rahmatullah alayhim. Imam al-Nakhai, rahmatullah alayhi, said, "Ma kanu ya'tamiruna fi sana illa marrah." The Sahaba, Salaf Salihin, used to make Umrah in a year once only, not more than once. And there is no such a riwayah from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He did perform in 1 year more than one Umrah. They also refer to that. Ali radiallahu anhu, gone a bit further, he said, you can make in each month one Umrah if you are able to do so. Ikrama said, well, you can do even shorter than that. If you think that your hair is growing, you can shave it again. That length of gap could be justifying to do another Umrah. Ata, a tabi'i, said, "In sha'a i'tamara fi kulli shahr marratayn." If anyone is interested, can make Umrah in a month, probably twice. Okay. However, in one journey, when you go to there, in the same journey, you do multiple Umrah. That is something no one of the scholars of the past, great predecessors, recommended at all. They said, in one journey, you make one Umrah. Come back, make another journey, make another Umrah. In one journey, 2 Umrah, 3 Umrah, 5 Umrah, on behalf of your parents, grandparents, and so many. This is not recommended by the greatest scholars of the Ummah. This is, nowadays people do it. And even they commercialized it. Somebody will be asking you, do you have any extra Umrah I can do for you? And they will charge you some kind of, this is business of some people. They have taken it as their profession there, unfortunately. Prophet ﷺ never did in same journey another Umrah. Never he did. Even he stayed 19 days once from Medina to Mecca. He didn't perform another Umrah. He is more keen in ibadah than me and you. And you can say, well, he's in Medina, he can anytime. That's why, we go, from far away. Even from Medina to come to Mecca at that time was much harder than you go fly from London to Mecca to Jeddah. Okay? So there is no practice in the Prophet ﷺ's life, neither the Sahaba and companion in same journey to do multiple Umrah. This is one of the mistakes people do. That's why all of the authentic book will recommend, they will say, at-tawafu afdalu min al-umrah. At-tawafu afdal min al-umrah. Tawaf is much better than Umrah. Okay, Umrah has 4 main items, main functions, main acts. Number 1, Ihram. Number 2, Tawaf. Number 3, Sa'i between Safa and Marwa. And number 4, al-halaq, to shave your head or to cut your hair. These 4 items will make your Umrah is done, nothing more. Which one is fard? To some scholars, all these are fard. But Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi consider that Ihram and Tawaf is fard, and Sa'i and shaving the head is wajib. Let us talk first the Ihram issue. From where you'll be doing Ihram? If you are flying from outside Miqat area, then you must have Ihram before crossing the Miqat. What is Miqat? We'll talk about this later on in details, inshallah. If you are within Miqat, but outside Haram area, what is inside Miqat, but outside Haram area? Like Jeddah. It is inside Miqat, but outside Haram. Haram area is like city of Mecca, and a bit outside there is a border, a boundary. This is the area called Haram area. Certain things are not allowed. Like you're not allowed to cut the tree from there without very genuine reason. You're not allowed to, kill any animal until it is very harmful, like a snake or a scorpion, something like that. You're not allowed to hunt anything there. You should not even chase up a bird from its nest. You have to give it a peace, even though even the birds, the pigeon, eating the seeds in outside the Haram area, you're not allowed to chase them up. You have to give them peace. If you're walking and they are flying, that's up to them, but you shouldn't cause anything voluntarily. So these are area called Haram area. There is a boundary there. Nowadays, if you go from Jeddah to Mecca, you'll see beginning of Haram, Babul Haram. You know this like Quran type in the Rihal? After that, immediately there is a boundary. That is called Bidayat al-Haram, beginning of Haram. That area, if people in Jeddah, they are not outside Miqat, they are within Miqat, but they are not in Haram. So from where they will be doing Ihram? From their own town, own house. They don't need to go to Miqat. People of Mecca in the Haram area, they need to go out of Haram. The closest area is considered Masjid Aisha, Tan'im, other one is called Ja'arana. So the 3 areas people need to put on Ihram. Us outside Miqat, from before crossing the Miqat, number 1. Number 2, people inside Miqat but outside Haram from their own place. 3rd level, people living in Mecca, like if you stay in Mecca 2 months, 3 months, or you're having job there, you want to make Umrah. From where you'll be making your Ihram? You go outside Haram, like Tan'im, Masjid Aisha, or Ja'arana, and other areas to put on your Ihram. So this is the 3 things from where people will be starting the Ihram. Now, coming for the very practical preparation of Ihram. Before that, of course, as we say, to learn how to perform the Umrah, it is very important. Some people will not attend this kind of training. Neither will be reading a book, nor seeing a video lesson or dars. Inshallah, this one will be available also in different forms, inshallah. So that opportunity you must take. If you just buy the ticket, got the visa surely, and you got an ihram and wear it and go to there, and you don't know hala adri, how to start. So that's not a good idea. Many people go for Hajj and Umrah without proper knowledge. Salah, yes, you don't need to learn every day. You are praying long time. But Umrah and Hajj, you are doing first time probably in your life. Even though you have done before, may you forgot something, may you miss something, you need to learn it. So this is the main preparation you need, knowledge-wise, knowing the Masail very clearly. And second thing is the mental preparation, spiritual preparation. You are going to visit house of Allah. You have to have this excitement. I am meeting, or seeing Allah's house, which is the first house built ever in this planet to worship Allah. Only house where around that you do tawaf. I'm excited. I'm so pleased Allah has given me tawfiq. You need to give value of that in your mind. This is spiritual preparation you need. It is not another a holiday excitement. It is ibadah excitement. You need to prepare yourself. That every day I pray to that house of Allah. Now I'm going to see that in my own eyes. Okay? And also to do more istighfar, tawbah is very recommended. And to increase your ibadah there. Like if you do ibadah from here now, as if you are warming it up, like football player before they actually play, what they do? Warm up. So you warm up from here with the ibadah mood, before Hajj or before Umrah. This is very good. That helps you that you are in tune. And suddenly you're not there. You are before ready. Okay, that is the, our knowledge-wise, our spiritual kind of preparation we need to make sure. And doing tawbah from our sin to clean ourselves before we go there. Let us we go there by making serious tawbah to Allah, crying to Allah, so we are clean before even. Over there we get more cleanliness. Okay? Like if you wash a cloth once, it is clean. If you wash it second time, more clean, isn't it? We need washing of ourselves, our sin, our body of sin, our mind from sin many times. That's good. Now, very practical preparation. You are flying today, tomorrow. So before you fly, prepare yourself, your bodily get prepared. How? Clip mustache, clip nails, mustache only. I'm not going to trim your beard. Don't do this. Neither to shaving your beard. Okay, I am not recommending. Only mustache, okay? Clip nails, all nails, okay? Remove pubic and armpit hair, unwanted hair from the body. That is also very good recommendation. Take a shower, ghusl, for ihram. Put perfume on your body. It's good. You're allowed to put perfume. It is sunnah, rather. Mother Aisha radiallahu anha said, I used to give perfume to the Prophet's head and forehead before wearing the ihram. I can notice the thick perfume is still sign on his forehead. So it is allowed and it is sunnah. Even the perfume is very strong. It continues after that for a couple of days. And while doing tawaf, no problem. That is not. Again, taking it objectionable. But before ihram is not only allowed, rather it is also recommended and sunnah. Okay. Put ihram garments then. Okay. On your, physically, if you are crossing the miqat by land, like from Medina, some people go first to Medina and then coming to Mecca. You go to Dhul Hulayfa miqat, you pray physically there, and you do, or some people do prefer to do from there, taking the dress or putting on the dress in their hotel is also allowed. And then you may pray 2 rak'ah. If it is any salah time, like Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, whatever, then you don't need to, your fard salah is enough. And then then you do the niyyah. So change the cloth, pray salah, and then make niyyah and do talbiyah. This is the order. Again, change the cloth, put on ihram, pray salah, the fard prayer. If there is no fard prayer time, then you pray 2 rak'ah nafil. But if you have already just prayed for now, you don't need to have another 2 rak'ah. So it is not a sunnah da'iman always to have 2 rakah, ihram salah. This is not the case. Because Prophet ﷺ did, most of the times, he was praying fard, and then he took the ihram on. How to say niyyah now? Labbaika Allahumma umratan, or Labbaika Allahumma bil umrah, both otherwise, okay? Or in English, here I am, O Allah, intending umrah. O Allah, I'm intending to perform umrah. So to pronounce the niyyah is only recommended in Hajj and Umrah. Prophet ﷺ never said niyyah nawaitu for any salah. Never he said. Neither for his fasting. Nawaitu an asuma gadan, nothing. Only for Hajj and Umrah he said, Allahumma labbaika hajjan or Allahumma labbaika umratan. So he said now niyyah. After that, immediately you say Talbiyah. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. Everybody must memorize this. You need a couple of times to memorize. It is easy, just 2 lines. You say this. When you say this, try to get the meaning. Labbaik, what does it mean? Here I am, O Allah. Here I am. I'm responding to your call to visit your house. This is the concept. Here I am, there is no partner with you. Here I am. Verily, all praise is for you, and every bounty is from you, and all dominion is yours. You have no partner. So it is a declaration of Tawheed in a very, very strong words, repeating the words of Tawheed in different expressions. So this is the real spirit of the Talbiyah. Saying Talbiyah once at least is compulsory to many of the scholars, and to repeat time to time is very rewardful. Talbiyah should be continued until you see the Kaaba. Hold the journey. It's not all the way you need to. Say in intervals, especially while descending or ascending during travel, joining a party of people, a group of people, after every salah, and in the morning and in the evening. So all these different movements say again and again, Talbiyah. As more as you say, you are rewarded. But you don't need to say all the way so you become very tired. That is not required. And also a bit louder voice is recommended. All other dua and dhikr quietly is more recommended. But Talbiyah a bit louder is good, is allowed. But you don't need to make a big jama'ah together very loudly while some other people are very tired and they're sleeping in the aeroplane or in the coach. You don't need to disturb them either. So in a way, a bit louder, more not disturbing other, if especially somebody is sleeping. So it's recommended to recite individually than in a group. You may do in a group, it's not completely forbidden, but this is not the necessary as some people could consider. Women can also do Talbiyah even though they are in the menstruation period. Even they are passing time of impurity, still they must say Talbiyah. This is their duty. They are allowed to do so. And in the time of sisters in this place, we need to mention, if they are going through impurity at all this stage, they will be doing ihram as other people do. They will be doing ghusl, all this cleaning, and using their sanitary pad and other thing, and they will be saying Talbiyah, although they will be delaying their performance of Umrah until they are purified. So they need to do this ihram. There is no reason to delay the ihram. They are not allowed to delay. They have to do with the people before crossing the Miqat. If you are flying from Heathrow, from London, from another destination, and your destination is Jeddah, you are arriving to Jeddah, then before half an hour of arrival in Jeddah, most of the airlines will declare that very soon we are crossing Miqat. If you are performing Hajj and Umrah, you get ready. Then after a couple of minutes or 5 minutes, another announcement comes that we are just about to cross the miqat. At that time, you say, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. And before that, you say, Labbaik Allahumma umratan. Niya, you do it here. But somebody thinks, subhanallah, I may forget. I say a little bit while ago, I may not hear, I may not understand. So if you say half an hour before arrival of Jeddah, that should be okay, inshallah. To make it easy, you may wear the ihram in Heathrow Airport or any airport you're flying from, or at your home even, in advance. That's fine. But delay the niyyah and talbiyah just before crossing the miqat. Miqat is an area, a distance from Kaaba. One should not cross that area without ihram and without niyyah. This is called the miqat. And if the sisters at that time going through a menstruation period, they will be saying all this, doing all this. When they go to Mecca, the other people will be making Umrah, they will be staying at hotel, delaying it. They can go to the fire of the masjid, not entering inside the masjid. Fire, they can stay, sit down, and making dua and dhikr, waiting for the purification time to come. When it comes, they'll be doing ghusl and going to perform the Umrah, Tawaf and Sa'i. Then the ihram for the dress is a particular dress for the men only. For the women, there is no particular dress. The dress more modest, more covering them is more recommended. And they're not allowed to, to have any kind of dress which will be, not fulfilling the hijab perfectly. That is not a good idea at all. They must try to have modest and more covering dress for them. But for the men, there is a particular dress they need to. I will be showing it. These two pieces of cloth, I will be demonstrating that. Apart from these two pieces, men cannot wear any sewn clothes as sewn as a dress, like shirt, turban, hooded cloak or trousers, underwear, etc. Socks or shoes, they cannot use. Only sandals. And two pieces of ihram. One is top, one is bottom. Women can wear their normal clothes, but without covering their faces or hands. We are coming to that point later on. Let me show now how to wear the ihram. Okay. I'll stand here so you can see in a better way. Inshallah. This is not a lungi. It's not sewn. It's open lungi, you can say. So, okay. You do wear this way. If you are careful, there is no worry. So you can be fine with this situation. Okay. You may be worried if it is this tie is not staying there, accident could happen. So you may use a belt. Yes, like this belt or this one. It's two near. One is to cover that, but it is justifying. It has a pocket. You can put your passport here, wallet, some kind of the hotel keys and other things. So you can put it there or here. Which one you choose? These two types available in the market. You can use them as a belt. Okay, they do this. Khalas. Then alhamdulillah, you are relaxed now mentally. Inshallah. Okay, belt has stitches, you don't worry. Stitches is not a problem. If you have somebody poor, he cannot buy this. And he has 3 pieces, 4 pieces, and he stitches this way, it is allowed. Stitches means sewing one, that you tailor a cloth which is known as a dress. Jumper, sweater, coat, jacket, even lungi, pajama, trouser, all these are not allowed because these are dress. Even a hat is not allowed. Okay, this is the bottom one, and the top one is another similar piece, just like chadar. Some of you back home probably used it. And the normal sunnah is to keep both of the shoulder are covered. This is sunnah. You need to uncover right one. In due time, we are going to talk about that, inshallah. Don't uncover before. All the way, you are like this. But I know most of the people who go against sunnah. Don't follow them. What they do all the way like this. This is against sunnah. This one you do in a particular time. We are going to talk about that. So, all the way, you must cover it. This is the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So these two pieces for the men. And this underneath nothing, no, even one underwear is not allowed. Sock is not allowed. Shoes are not allowed. Some kind of sandal, two kind of sandal. This is one type of sandal. It could be other one, that one is also allowed. Even sometimes belt, if not very thick, bit of belt, not making whole ankle is covered, partially covered, partially uncovered, that is also reasonable, is allowed. And even if it is a leather one, and it has stitches, no problem, no objection. Okay? So these are for the men dresses. For the sister, as we said, nothing is fixed for them. They can have their own ordinary dresses to wear. Now, one issue of the sisters, should they cover their face or not? There is, we're not talking about general fatwa. Some of the fatwa said it is wajib to cover always. Other fatwa said it is allowed to open the face. This is in general situation. For the ihram, there are two hadith. You put together, one hadith said, لا تنتقب المرأة المحرمة. Any woman is putting on her ihram, having an ihram time, she should not have niqab for her face. So this hadith said niqab is not allowed in ihram time. Should then they uncover their face in front of the non-mahram people? While many niqabi sisters, they always cover their face. And now in the Hajj, in front of all people, they'll be uncovering their face. Mother Aisha radiallahu anha answered that question. There's another hadith of her. She said, "Kunna idha sawa bin al-rijal asdarna ala wujuhina, wa idha sabaqnahum kashafna wujuhana." When we are just face to face with the non-mahram men, we used to make our faces covered from something top of the head, covering our face, not with the niqab. It's another covering, another cover, another scarf type of thing. وَإِذَا سَبَقْنَاهُمْ كَشَفْنَا وُجُوهَنَا. When we go, we cross them, then we again uncover our face. So when sister is in her own hotel room, in her, like in a journey of the bus and plane, everybody same direction. She's not face to face to many people. She may uncover. This is the ihram hukum for her. She should not be always covering. And whenever she is facing them, she'll be using something to cover her face, but not with the piece of dress which is called niqab. Niqab is not allowed. Difference I'll show you. This is called niqab. You know this? Do you know this? This is niqab. Those sisters who wear niqab, they will be not wearing this during Hajj and Umrah Ihram time, no. Especially Ihram time. They are not allowed. What instead of that they'll be doing? This is one kind of niqab. Another kind of niqab is same almost, yes. You don't use this sister, Ihram time. Rather you use, this is different color. You can use black color, no problem. Okay. So I'll show you. When you are facing the non-mahram male, like Mother Aisha, radiallahu anha, so it is like, forgive me to demonstrate that, like sister will be generally doing this, okay? But when she is worried about non-mahram men face to face, then she can do this way. This way. She's covering her face, but not with the niqab. So this is a big confusion. These two hadiths, always people will bring, oh, there is no niqab allowed, so and Mother Aisha said to cover the face, how to do that? I hope that point is clear, inshallah. What you are not allowed also during ihram, fragrance, any perfume. You should not perfume yourself, your clothing, or your food or drink after entering the ihram. You should also abstain from cleansing yourself with even scented soap. Don't use it. But you can use the normal unscented soap to cleanse the hand if needed from anything. Some kind of unscented soap. Scented one is not allowed. There is no harm in what remains of the effect of perfume used prior to ihram, as I said before. Then number 3, prohibitions of ihram. We said 2 things. One is Anisian cloth. Second thing is fragrance. Third one, sexual intercourse. During ihram, completely forbidden. Even husband-wife, halal relationship, they should be abstaining from. Not only sexual intercourse, also all matters leading to it, such as kissing, touching, or talking with one's wife, husband about this particular area. That related matters. No, not at all. Cleansing. You should not remove any hair from any part of the body. Even one mustache too long hair, you never realize. Don't take it now. Right? Okay. You should not clip your nails until something is broken here and causing so much pain. That may be exception. Apart from that, don't take anything. You should not even kill lice. Sister, careful. Don't kill your lice from your hair while you are in ihram situation. Scholars said about ghusl is allowed. If you need to take ghusl without shampoo and other things, or any kind of scented soap, avoiding just shower could be considered. You are not allowed to give any marriage proposal during ihram time. Be careful. You should not be wed or make a marriage proposal for yourself or others. It's not only for yourself, even somebody else says, no, don't make any proposal now. Wait. Until ihram is over. Hunting. You should not hunt or assist someone in hunting. So I don't think nowadays, people used to hunt before, making caravan, they needed hunt to eat halal meat. But nowadays you don't need to hunt, I believe. You should not kill animals except those are harmful, as we said before, or that would attack people, such as mice, snakes, and scorpions. The flies, don't try to kill it, because it will be not dangerous for you. Just, try to avoid. Now, if somebody have some problem and violation happen of the ihram prohibitions, there's a way out. Like somebody has a problem of continuously dropping the urine. It happened. Or some kind of discharge. It will be the impurity. His body could be impure, or even it could drop in the floor of the Masjid Haram. So this is something should be done. So what you can do? You can use some kind of, like nappies or some kind of pads, whatever makes you that this dropping is controlled, is handled with. And if you use some kind of that, underwear and other things to control that, so you have now breached the violation of the ihram restriction. So you need now expiation for that, fidyah. An expiation is to slaughter one goat or sheep in the haram area and to give it a charity to the poor people's consumption. You don't eat it, neither rich people will be eating it, like sadaqah. So this is called fidyah. Something is allowed while you are in ihram situation, like there is no harm in using an umbrella. Nowadays, summer, you may find very hot if you want to make tawaf Umrah in the noon time, after noon time is very hot probably, you can use the umbrella, no objection. But don't use a scarf on your head or cap, rather umbrella, because it is not touching. Okay. There is also no harm in carrying your baggage atop your head, or carrying a backpack is okay. But a backpack will be not allowed to enter the haram. You must leave it in the hotel. Wearing sandals that do not cover the ankles is okay. Wearing a ring or a watch on your wrist or hang from your neck is fine. Wearing a hearing aid, a speech aid is allowed. Wearing eyeglasses or contact lenses, even if it's difficult, you need sunglasses, not for other purpose, only if it's difficult to open your eyes. Sometimes some people find difficulty. Not out of fashion though. Okay. According to most scholars, it is permissible for you to cleanse yourself with unscented cleansers and to wash and scratch your head and body, even if some of your hair falls unintentionally. Just a little bit, but mild kind of, washing. Washing your ihram garments or put on new ones is also allowed. Especially Hajj time, if it is getting dirty, you can change it with a new one, or you can wash it and reuse it, that's fine. One thing, if you do ghusl in between, while in ihram, never use any other cloth except the ihram one. You should have a spare ihram or an open sheet, not any underwear, anything. Then you breach. It is a violation to the ihram. Be careful. Washing your ihram garments or put a new ones, fine. Wearing a belt to keep your money and documents and to tie your ihram cloth, as we said. Stitched belts are permissible, as we dealt before. Now, pitfalls of ihram. Some of the mistake people normally do. Crossing the Miqat without ihram. Somebody landed in Jeddah without ihram. This violates a wajib and requires an animal sacrifice. If you head to Mecca without ihram, or even you were in Jeddah, you have violated. Then now you have to correct it by an animal sacrifice, as I said earlier. Or if you can go from Jeddah back to outside Miqat, which is immigration will not allow you, forget about that. You have to go to Mecca, then you have to pay this sacrifice. Some people think that ihram is putting just 2 towels. These are not ihram. These are ihram clothes. Ihram, making the intention of Hajj or Umrah, or both, is the essence of ihram. When you do intention, I am entering the ihram period now, before Miqat, this is the ihram. That's why some people are in the Heathrow airport, and they delay 5, 6, 7 hours. Just before arrival of Mecca, half an hour ago, they do say, enter to the ihram then. This dress was earlier just to make your life easy, because it can't change in the aeroplane, it would be difficult. And that having the ghusl is not something must. It is additional recommendation. Even if you have no wudu while you are having ihram, no problem. Without wudu, ihram is perfect. Uncovering the right shoulder, as I showed you, some people always uncover it. It is against the sunnah. It is one of the pitfalls. Now, with all these, when you arrive to Jeddah airport, first test of your life, how much patience you got. Because you are there to see immigration is taking much more longer time than you have ever expected. And you'll be very agitated. Some people become angry. And they started talking about, even probably criticizing such authority, that authority, this authority. If you have right sometimes, but having sabr is more rewardful and good for your ibadah to be accepted. Okay? So patience is needed. And if you go there, you see always overcrowded. Yeah, like you cannot walk. You'll be always, see everywhere. SubhanAllah, you are very hungry, go to buy the food, long queue. SubhanAllah, you have to have a cup of tea, it's taking half an hour. So you become very agitated. Sabr. In Udu, there is a rush. In the Salah, there is also no place. So you feel so much, Some people will be really also misbehaving with you, not having good character of his dealing and transaction and talking to you, never be agitated. Always having sabr because you are in ibadah mood. Don't destroy your ibadah by becoming angry and debating and arguing, and sometimes people could be going further to fight even for something. This happens. And also whole journey, please utilize your tongue with the zikr of Allah. Reading book, reciting Quran, not backbiting and chit-chat. Continue to talk and talk. While talk more, some people will be backbiting, this and that, and all this comes, foul talk comes. So better to control our tongue because we are a journey of ibadah. Now, you arrive to Mecca, go to hotel, of course, you take rest. Now, if you are very tired, whole night was sleepless, you can't do, and you arrive in Mecca at 10 o'clock, oh Allah, it is very hot, sunny day. You can't do straight away your Umrah, very hot. So if you want to take rest, you can take rest. You can sleep with Ihram. Consider all adab of Ihram, don't breach anything. You can eat, you can have a cup of tea. Then you want to go later on when it is a bit colder, alhamdulillah, you can have this. As somebody feel energy, as soon as possible you perform Umrah is better, of course. But if you are very tired, you can take rest. Then you come to Masjid al-Haram by making wudu from your hotel room. Get ready, prepare. Then you come to make the Tawaf, which is the main part of the Umrah. When you enter the Masjid, even before entering the Masjid, before entering Kaaba, when you see minaret of Kaaba, you make some dua and say again, Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik. When you come to very Masjid, gate of the Masjid, before entering, again make dua. Ibn Abbas used to make dua. Say Talbiyah. With Talbiyah, continue until you come to the very Tawaf to start with. Once you come to the Masjid al-Haram, you don't pray any Tahiyyat al-Masjid. Your Tahiyyat al-Masjid is Tawaf, is Tahiyyat al-Masjid. If you have any fard prayer, you didn't pray yet, and it is the prayer time, then you need to pray first. If Jama'ah is over, then you pray first your Zuhr, Asr, whatever prayer is due. Then you start Tawaf. If no prayer is due for you, upon you, then you straight go to start the Tawaf. It's a big area. From where you start, you can't start from anywhere. You must start from one corner, and that is called Hajar Aswad. You will see people are from all around the Kaaba making Tawaf. I don't know which area is your hotel, which side you'll be entering. Any side you're entering from, go to the main wave of the people. The way they are walking, join them. Don't start Tawaf yet. Thus you are walking with them. Wait until you come to the corner of Hajar Aswad, black stone. And you see, always look at the right side of the Masjid, because in the middle is the Kaaba, a small house. And around it, a big fire. This is called Mataf, Tawaf area. And beyond Mataf area is the Masjid Haram surrounded. So you'll see from the right side, always there is a blue kind of light or writing Bidayah to Tawaf, beginning of Tawaf. Look for that, and you'll see people raising the hand like this. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So this is the corner of Hajar Aswad. This is the beginning of your Tawaf. Okay? So you come here now to all the time you have been covering your both shoulders. Now you open your right shoulder. Just before beginning the Tawaf. Open the right shoulder. This way. Just before starting Tawaf, get ready this way. And then wait until you come exactly the corner sharply. Try to be as sharp as possible. Then you can't kiss nowadays. It was sunnah. Nowadays it is big fighting. You go to kiss, you'll take ages, and it will be tired, and you'll be causing harm. You have to push somebody, and you have to, pushing will make something that you are committing a kabira sin. Many people do this. And pushing and kissing is sunnah. and pushing somebody is kabira sin. So for the sunnah, don't commit kabira sin. Avoid that area. So just you look at the Hajar Aswad and raise your hand, right hand, Allahu Akbar. Or some of the ulama recommend Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Both ways okay. So you say takbir and then start your tawaf. And starting dua, some recommendation came, Allahumma imanan bika, wa tasdiqan bi kitabika, wa wafa'an bi ahdika, wa ittiba'an li sunnati nabika, Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. If you can say, fine. If you cannot say it, no problem. And then you do recite all adhkar dua you know. Best adhkar and dua is La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulku wa lahul hamd, yuhyi wa yumiitu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir, followed by Subhanallah, alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, Allahu akbar, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim, Subhanallah bihamdihi adada khalqihi wa rida nafsihi wa zinata arshihi wa midada kalimatihi, whatever you know now, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana. Any dua, any dhikr you know, say that. Quranic surah to recite is do this. Only from last corner of the house is called Rukun Yamani, and the first corner is called Hajar Aswad. Between these two, one specific dua Rasulullah sallallahu is to say, that is Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhaban nar. This area between Rukun Yamani and Hajar Aswad. Say more and more. And all this area, you are free to say any dua. You don't need to read from a book, because if you read from a book, your focus will be lost. You'll be maybe stepping on somebody else's feet, and that is really not very good. If you can recite Quran, any surah you memorize, some people open the Mus'haf, they can read if you want to, but again, looking and reading, it may cause that you are, hitting somebody's feet without, knowing. And some of the books say this is the dua of the first circuit, this is the dua of the second one, this is the dua of the third one. This has no value. There is no specific dua for a specific tawaf. It is general. Okay? Then two sunnah for the men here when you start tawaf. One is, we said, ittiba, the right shoulder to open. For all 7 tawaf, it remain open. Once you finish the tawaf, then cover it again. This is the first sunnah for the men. Second sunnah for the men, first 3, trying to be like you're jogging, but there is no space enough for you to jog. So you just make like this smaller steps, like trying to imitating as if you are trying to jog. After 3 tawafs, you don't need to any more jogging. You don't need. You do just normal walking, and you finish 7 tawaf this way. And you try to do as much as possible dua to Allah, mainly bringing your tear, crying to Allah, doing istighfar and tawbah, remembering all the sins, remembering your parents, you're all deceased and alive, make dua for them. This is the best place to make dua. Okay? And if you finish the Arabic duas, you can say in your own language, English, Bengali, Turkish, whatever you feel. Allah can understand all languages. He will accept. And then, after finishing the tawaf, we need to cover the shoulder, and we need to pray 2 rak'ah salah. 2 rak'ah salah, like normal ordinary salah you pray. Some of the ulama said wajib, others said it is nafil. You don't need to say anything, you just say Allahu Akbar. And pray 2 rak'ah with khushu. First, recommended first rak'ah surah al-Kafirun after Fatiha, and the second rak'ah Qul Huwallahu Ahad after Fatiha. And make dua. And then drink Zamzam water, sunnah. Drinking Zamzam water standing is sunnah. Apart from all this time, all other time you sit down to drink Zamzam. People do common mistake. Every time they drink Zamzam, they stand up. Even here. That's a mistake. Only once, when you finish this tawaf, before sa'i, you just drink Zamzam while you are standing. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did stand there. And other time he sat down. And also, if you take water and rub a little bit of your head and shoulder and face, Prophet ﷺ did, it was hot, but we can follow his sunnah today even, will be rewarded. If you forgot how many tawaf you did, 6 or 7, 5 or 6, confused. Now what you do? You take the lesser one, 5 or 6, I consider 5. Then do 6 or 7, okay, like base it is 6. So you are not, there is no chance of missing them. This way you go for the safer route. Second point, if you started tawaf, wudu gone after 3 tawaf, you need wudu, you need to go to the washroom. You can go use toilet, clean yourself, okay, make wudu again, and come back to continue. You don't need to do freshly from the beginning. Do the remaining 4, do the remaining 2, whatever is the remaining one. Even you started salah, tawaf, then azan came. You done 3, 4, or 2, then azan came. You can give break and you pray and complete the rest after the salah. It is allowed. If somebody has dropping problem or somebody ill, like passing the winds regularly, so for them, very 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute to go back and make wudu, it is difficult for them. They'll continue with one wudu. All right. In the tawaf, don't touch. Some people make tawaf and touch all corners. No. Only Yemeni corner, if there is a chance to touch. Nowadays, I do not recommend. It is too crowded. You don't need to touch. Okay. And every time you start the second round of tawaf, third round, every time you start, again facing Hajar Aswad and say, Allahu Akbar. Third one, same thing, Allahu Akbar. Fourth one, same thing, Allahu Akbar. This way you start every time the tawaf. So you finish tawaf and you pray 2 rakah. Where to pray? Best recommended to pray in Maqam Ibrahim. And while you go and you say, وَاتَّخِذُوا مِن مَقَامِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ مُصَلَّى, as Allah said. But if nowadays Maqam Ibrahim is used, Maqam Ibrahim, there is a chimney inside, there is a stone. Ibrahim a.s. used to make the house of Allah. There is a footstep in this stone. This is a footstep today you see, this is not genuine. It is man-made one. But the stone is originally genuine, historically. Okay. Behind that nowadays, in the holiday period, in the Hajj time, whole area, ground is used as tawaf area. Therefore, if you don't get place there to pray, don't worry. Anywhere in the masjid, go up to the masjid and pray there. That will be sufficing your salah. Okay? Some people will make a barricade to pray, a couple of them inside, while other people are coming wave of tawaf and they have difficulty. So that is not allowed. It's a big sin to do this way. About Zamzam, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ma'u Zamzam lima shuriba lahu." And the Zamzam water is for whatever purpose it is drink for. Increasing knowledge, asking Allah cure from your illness. Alhamdulillah, all this you will be getting inshallah. Ma'u Zamzam fihi ta'amu min at-tu'am wa shifa min as-suqum. As another hadith, Zamzam water satisfies as food and cures illness. Okay, and also Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu used to make a dua after drinking Zamzam. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a wa rizqan wasi'a wa shifa'an min kulli da'. O Allah, I ask of you beneficial knowledge, abundant provision, and a cure from all disease. Okay, now you finish your tawaf and you pray 2 rakah. Now you are heading to Sa'i between Safa and Marwa. Safa was a mountain and Marwa was a mountain. Nowadays, a mountain is not there almost because of the huge crowd. It is, just little bit of sign left and made level, and many stories as well. 2, 3, 4 stories for the people to do Sa'i. It is walking from Safa to reaching to Marwa, and from Marwa to Safa 7 times. Okay? This is called Sa'i. Sa'i originally to run. But you don't need to run all the way. You can walk. But in a particular area for the men will be recommended to run. Okay. If you go Now for Sa'i, start with the Safa. Okay? Start with the Safa. Okay? And then when reaching the foot of the Safa, first you recite, Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'airillah. فَمَنْ حَجَّ الْبَيْتَ أَوْ اعْتَمَرَ فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْهِ أَنْ يَطَّوَّفَ بِهِمَا وَمَنْ تَطَوَّعَ خَيْرًا فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ شَاكِرٌ عَلِيمٌ. Surely the Safa and the Marwa are among the symbols of Allah. So whoever makes a pilgrimage to the house of, or pays a visit to it, there is no sin if he goes around them both. And whoever does good of his own accord, then surely Allah is grateful, knowing. So you say this ayah, if it's possible, memorize from now, inshallah. And then you say, نَبْدَأُ بِمَا بَدَأَ اللَّهُ بِهِ أو أَبْدَأُ بِمَا بَدَأَ اللَّهُ بِهِ, as Prophet ﷺ used to say. Then climb the Safa until you see the Kaaba. Nowadays, seeing could be difficult because of the construction, so it is sufficient to just face the Kaaba. Okay? The Mount of Safa is now enclosed in glass, and pilgrims are not allowed to climb on it, in fact, but you can go a little bit of high area. Okay, and then once on the top of the Safa, face the Kaaba and say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu lahul mulku wa lahul hamd yuhyi wa yumiitu wa ala kulli shay'in qadir. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu anjada wa'dahu wa nasra 'abdahu wa hazama al-ahzaba wahdahu. You can say this way, before starting, coming down. Then you slowly descend from the Safa and start walking in the direction of the Marwa. It is a straight way. You walk till you reach the green sign post, light post, green. From one green sign to another green sign, this area between this, you jog till you reach the next green sign post. Then you walk up to the Marwa and ascend it. Do up on the Marwa as you did up on the Safa. Dhikr and dua, facing Qibla, make some dhikr and dua. And that forms one complete lap. One sa'i between Safa to Marwa happen. Now start from Marwa to Safa, it will be second sa'i. Then you return till you ascend the Safa, jogging between the two green lights again, signposts, and then it is a second lap. Then you return to the Marwa and so until you complete 7 laps, finishing up on the Marwa. You may make this dua in the sa'i repeatedly, Rabbi ghfir warham, innaka antal a'azzul akram. You can say this dua and you can say more du'as, general du'as, as you said in Tawaf, as you say always. You recite Quranic ayah, you send salat and salam to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you say astaghfirullah, you do all this dhikr. You say in your own language as well. After finishing 7th Tawaf, in the Marwa, your sa'i is complete. Then don't go Safa and Marwa and coming back to Safa once, no. Safa to Marwa once, Marwa to Safa, another one, like this. Okay, when you finish 7th one, then you finish the 7th lap up on the Marwa, you shorten the hair of your head or shave it, thus ending the Umrah. Once you shave the head or trim your hair, your Umrah is completed. After that, you take shower, change your clothes, you are free from all restrictions of Ihram. But hair has to be trimmed from all over the head. It is a haircut. It is not sufficient to cut hair from the sides only, here and there. Some people with the scissor staying there don't follow that. This is the Jahil people do. No, you have to have a complete haircut. Or shaving is more rewardful because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam make dua 3 times. Allah forgive those who shaved their head 3 times. Sahaba said, those who trimmed, he never said anything. Second time, only Allah, those who shaved the hair, forgive them. They asked, what about us, those who trimmed? He never said anything. Third time he said, oh Allah, those trimmed, forgive them as well. 1/3. For them 3 times more. Okay, so you choose which one you'll be choosing. Okay? Women trim their hair the length of a finger joint only. Finger joint only. The husband or the mahram can take their hair like this, and just with the scissor they do it. Now everything that became forbidden to you upon entering ihram now becomes permissible. Again, you are out of ihram. Everything which is originally halal became halal for you. The sisters who will be in the monthly cycle, they will be not doing tawaf or sa'i. They will be waiting until they are purified. Once they are sure, then they will have ghusl and they will come with wudu to perform the tawaf. Before that, they could stay in the hotel, they could come to the fire area to make dua, dhikr, but not entering the masjid at all. Those sisters who are going only for short period of time, and they are worried, the period could come over there, and they may not able to perform the umrah before journey is completed. If this kind of circumstances are there, then they need to add in their niyyah, فَإِنْ حَبَسَنِي حَابِسْ فَمَحَلِّ حَيْثُ حَبَسَنِي. If anything come to stop me from umrah, from ihram, from hajj, Allah, I will be going out of ihram there. I'll be cancelling my ihram. She's allowed to cancel and come back without umrah even. Okay? Right. Alhamdulillah. This way we done our umrah. If you are staying after umrah, sometimes in Mecca, then it is a recommendation to do Tawaf al-Wada', farewell tawaf. But if you come back immediately after umrah, you don't need any farewell tawaf. You don't need. But if you are coming immediately, don't need. If you stay there sometime, some days, then before leaving Mecca, you do Tawaf al-Wada', farewell tawaf, which will be last thing in Mecca to leave the Mecca. I need to also mention one thing for the sisters. They fear of monthly cycle. To stop that, some of them may use this tablet to stop it. Is it allowed or not? It is a frequently asked question. If it is possible to stop, many of the scholars have fatwa that it is allowed, but that there is complication if you do use this. Complication is some people start taking the medicine and it stops and then it comes again. And it also some kind of health problem, complication in the cycle of the sisters. It could very harmful for them whole life. Therefore, if it is possible to follow the natural course, it is recommended the way Mother Aisha radiallahu anha used. She came to Hajj and she started the cycle before she do tawaf and say anything. After she has done her Arafat Muzdalifah and she came back, so when she was purified, then she did her tawaf. So this is much better, much safe for the sisters. Okay, coming now to the ziyarah of Medina. Normally, we go to Mecca and we don't miss Medina. This is generally people do either Hajj or Umrah. However, the ziyarah of Medina is not part of Umrah, neither it is part of Hajj. It is a separate ibadah. But we do it in one go because we will not make another chance to go. That's why we do finish both together. And praying in the prophetic masjid is very rewardful. Praying there, one salah is rewarded as if one salah, one rak'ah is rewarded as 1,000 rak'ah. While in Mecca, if much more as well, if you pray in Mecca, one rak'ah as if you have prayed 100,000 rak'ah. So finishing bit of Mecca, if you finish in Mecca Umrah and you stay another week, 2 weeks, 10 days, what do? You do more tawaf. And then you do also nafal salah as much as possible. You do pray ishraq, you pray salatul duha, you pray tahajjud. This is the way. And you can also recite Quran if you are staying, more than 1 week, 10 days, 2 weeks. Why not to plan khatam of Quran there? Many of the Salaf Salih used to do so. Coming back to Medina, yes, for Medina you don't need any ihram, anything. Just coming to Medina. When you arrive the city, the sign of city of Medina, you say Salat and Salam to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, increase your Salat and Salam. And you come to Medina, what is their main thing? To pray in the prophetic masjid. After you go to your hotel, in due time you come to Medina, to masjid. If it is any salah is due, pray that. If not, then pray Tahiyatul Masjid first. And then in the prophetic masjid, there is a special area called Rawdatun min Riyadul Jannah, very close to his grave, between his old mimbar to the grave. This area is called Rawdatun min Riyadul Jannah, a piece of garden, piece of Jannah. Too much crowd there. If you need to wait 1 hour, I will not do so. Rather, I will be praying somewhere else. And some people go there and stay longer and longer and longer. It is a small area. So, if you get chance, pray 2 rak'ah and straight away come out from there. Don't occupy the place while many other people are waiting. The third thing in the Medina, after you have visited the masjid, you prayed, and then you come out, there is a queue you need to make. You cannot go from anywhere to the grave of the Prophet ﷺ. You have to go through one queue, long queue. Coming outside the masjid, people are in queue, you go to join them. So you come slowly, slowly. While you're going there, read more salat and salam to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and quiet, with adab, with respect, come to his grave. Don't make any noise. Don't rush, don't push people. It will be big, crime to do all this. Prophet ﷺ should be respected while he is alive, while he is dead. We have to respect him. Once you come to the very window of the grave, you see, then you say, As-salatu as-salamu alayka, ya Rasulallah. If you want to say, As-salatu as-salamu alayka, ya Habiballah. As-salatu as-salamu alayka, ya Rasulallah. Ashhadu annaka ballagta risala, wa addayta al-amana, wa nasahta al-umma, wa jahadta fillahi haqqa jihadihi. If you want to say this, good. If you can't say, you do say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Say more and more, more and more. And you go slowly, slowly, slowly. You are pushed, if the queue is going, you need to follow the queue. Don't stay too much there. Other people are coming. If you are overcrowding there, this is also su'al adab, not respecting the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And followed by his grave is the grave of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, and then the grave of Umar Farooq radiallahu anhu. You can say, As-salatu as-salamu alayka ya Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, As-salatu as-salamu alayka ya Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu. You can say this way, and you can add this dua of the grave. As-salamu alaykum dara qawmi mu'minin, antum lana salaf nahnu bikum lahiqun, nasallallahu lakum al-afwa al-afiyata. So like this, any kind of cover ziyarah dua, you do say. There is no much time, you can't say more, because people are coming on the queue. You have to give them space. So you come out, and if you want to have more ibadah, go back to the masjid, pray to Allah, recite Quran, make dua and adhkar, and send salat and salam to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This way you do. Sisters will be not allowed to come very close to the grave all the way, all times, no. They will be given chance twice in a day. I think something approximately 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock before Salat Dhuhr, one slot for them. And another slot, I believe, before Asr. Is it? Something, yeah, I forgot that. So 2 slots in the day they give, or after Asr, Allahu Akbar. So then they bring the barrier of the women close to the grave, not very close, a bit close, so they can send salat and salam from there, because generally hadith doesn't encourage them to do the qabr ziyarah that much. That's why some kind of different for them the grave visit than the men. So these are the ziyarah. After that, what else the sunnah amal in Medina? To visit Jannatul Baqiyya, which is open after Asr. and sisters not allowed to go inside. Okay? So men can go inside even after Asr. The brief qabr ziyarah as you do, normal qabr ziyarah, many of the Sahaba's grave are there, you can make the ziyarah and make dua for them. And then followed by another sunnah practice in Medina to pray in the Masjid of Quba. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to come time to time to visit Masjid of Quba. He said anybody is making wudu at his home and coming to pray in Masjid Quba, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him reward of a maqbul umrah. So this is one of the sunnah ziyarah to visit Masjid Quba once. Will be okay, inshallah, in this short period of stay. And then the final sunnah ziyarah in Medina is to visit Shuhada Uhud. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to make visit of Shuhada Uhud. You can make this as well. So these are the things part of Medina ibadah. But most of the time staying in the prophetic masjid to do ibadah, salah, as you know, it is highly rewarded. That's all. And staying in Medina, try to be, also in Mecca, all these good places, away from any kind of sin, and less of the dunya activities. I know there are marketplaces in Mecca, Medina, very attractive, a lot of hadiyah to buy. You do something, but if you spend every day good amount of time in the market, it's too much dunya you are carrying in your mind. As less as possible is good. And market is always, marketplace, shaitan sits there with the flag. This is hadith. He welcomes people to the market. So that's why you don't do too much, shopping, or too much bargaining, or too much going, where is the, good value, good price, good, all this. So you search too much, then you lose this opportunity of ibadah. So forget your dunya a little bit, more focus in your ibadah, and this is the opportunity in the holy place you try to spend with. These are the few, alhamdulillah, things in Medina. And some people may say, you have to stay there 8 days, so you can pray 40 salah in Medina. Hadith is not sahih, not authentic. And for the keeping that hadith, some people are sacrificing their stay in Mecca, so they are not compromising 8 days of Medina. This is wrong. While Mecca is much more rewardful, 1 rak'ah is 100,000 rak'ah. In Medina is 1,000 rak'ah only. So you see, the people should be more wise, more clever than following a weak hadith. Yarhamukallah. We'll stop here, inshallah. And now I will be giving you opportunity of some question, inshallah. It's getting very late, I know. Fadal. Okay, when you take your young kids, should they make Ihram and Umrah or not? If they are in the age of Tamiz means they understand bit of it. In that kind of sense, that kind of age, it is good to make them Ihram for them, even though they did not reach the age of puberty. It's good for them. 7 years, I will say, reasonable for them to have Ihram and to make Umrah, inshallah, and Hajj. But if it is very young kid, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, they may not understand anything. So it's not very recommended for them. However, if you do for the baby or for the young people, young kid, let them, they say niyyah, you also have niyyah for them. Because to understand the niyyah, sometimes they are not that matured. Okay? Inshallah. Very good. Brother is asking the question, is it also recommended to visit like Jabal Nur, Jabal Thawr, and Mina, Muzdalifah, Arafat? If you have intention of ibadah, going there is very rewardful, this is bid'ah. This is not good. But if you are interested to know what is the history, seerah of the Prophet I have read, so I want to see how was the cave. Nothing is a blessing to bring from there. It is not a blessed place, but it is a historic place. It will remind us about the hard work of Prophet ﷺ. Because of that interest of seerah, it is good. It's very good. But some people will go, there is blessing there. I have to go there and pray 2 rak'ah there. This is problem. Some people will use in a wrong concept there. And if you go to Mina, Muzdalifah, Arafat, there is no barakah left for you now there. But if you know, I will come for Hajj, so better I see where is the Muzdalifah located, where is the Arafat, all these, seeing all these sites is good education, and my Hajj will be easier. Good idea. No problem here. But if somebody goes, Arafat is a very, very, blessed place. I have to go to the mountain of Rahmah, so climb there to write my name over there. Some people will do so. These are bid'ah. There is no any virtue now there. During Ihram, are you allowed to brush your teeth with toothpaste? Yes. Toothpaste is not called perfumed, not scented. It's a little bit. That is, inshallah, after you cleanse your mouth, that is fine. Don't hesitate. Women should keep all their hair covered, that's true. But what if accidentally a little of their hair comes out, and how should women perform wudu while in ihram in regards to their hair? See, if your hair comes out, it is something of related with the hijab issue only, nothing to do with the umrah. So like sister will be not exposing their hair to the non-muharram male. That's why the hijab issue come here. But if accidentally come out, don't worry, it will not cause any problem to your ihram, inshallah. And making wudu, of course, you need to make wudu, and you need to, just underneath of your scarf, send your hand a little bit further, so it's reaching most of the part of the head. If you go up to the half, inshallah, your mas'h is done. So it is easy, inshallah. Okay? Two questions. One is, some people say when you do start tawaf, or every time you start, you raise your hand towards Hajar Aswad, Rukun, black stone, and you say Allahu Akbar. Also you kiss your hand. That is wrong. Kissing hand is not sunnah. It will be considered against sunnah, it will be considered bid'ah. Don't kiss your hand. Kissing hand is allowed if you are able to go close and touch with your stick, and you're allowed to kiss that stick. That is not possible nowadays. So when you say Allahu Akbar, don't kiss your hand. And your second one was, door of the Kaaba, if you can hold it and make dua. There is no prophetic hadith about that. Rather, some of the Sahabi said, Mujab Dawa, there is a place in between the door and Hajar Aswad corner. This is called multazam. Many of the Sahabi used to close their body there and holding that, their chest and body holding close to that, and used to make dua. So this is could be considered, since some of the action of the Sahaba is there, although there is no direct hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes. About the mistake if you commit while you are performing Umrah, how to correct it. One thing is, if you miss a sunnah, don't worry. Like you missed the ittiba, opening your shoulder, or ramal, a bit jogging. These are sunnah only. If you miss sunnah, no problem. Your Umrah is valid, Tawaf is valid, that's fine. If you, other one you said, if you made 6 Tawaf and you realize later, see, if you are in doubt while completing, then as I said, it is recommended to count the lesser one and complete this way. So you are beyond doubt now, 6 or 7, consider it is 6, do the 7th one. But if you finish, you thought you have done, completed, and you've gone to Sa'i, gone to something else, then you remember, I don't know, it is 6 or 7, I maybe missed one. Don't worry, this is waswasa. Ignore that. However, there is nothing, you could be certain. If you are certain, you'll be not leaving Tawaf. That means when it came, it is some kind of waswasa, confusion. So you can ignore that. If you miss anything fard, genuinely, like if you did 6 Tawaf, and your udu broken, and you came for udu, and you forgot, that is genuine, it did only 6. In that case, it is sure. It didn't complete 7th one, then you need to do it again. In that case, you need to do. Because it is certain, it is not confusion, it is not waswasa, it is fact that you remember you did only 6, you did only 5, you have to complete it. Okay? So this is the 4th one. If you miss anything wajib, like Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, Abu Hanifa said that sa'i is wajib, cutting the hair is wajib. If you miss this, then you expiate by giving slaughtering a goat or sheep and giving sadaqah to the poor people. If you gone from Makkah to Medina, right? And you thought, can I go again back to Makkah to do another Umrah? That is fine. If you have time, you want to come, that's okay. Because you gone out of Miqat, Medina is out of Miqat, so you are coming back to the Miqat, that is no objection here. But staying in Makkah and doing another one, the same journey, and another one, these are the not recommended one. While in Makkah, you more do nafal tawaf. Nafal tawaf you do 7, every time you do tawaf, it is 7. And every time you complete 7, you pray 2 rak'ah, nafal salah, or wajib according to some of the scholars. So 7 tawaf, 2 rak'ah salah. This is the nafal ibadah in Makkah. More recommended. You don't need ihram, you don't need sa'i. Okay, this is the nafal tawaf is the way to do so. Now, if you are wearing ihram at home or Heathrow Airport and you go to aeroplane, it is winter or it is very freezing, kind of air conditioned, very too high, too cold, can you use anything above your body? You can use the aeroplane have this blanket, you can use it, although there is a stretch, no problem. Even you have jacket, you do use a jacket in a way. Can I have this jacket? You don't mind jacket like that. If it is very cold and you have a jacket, you want to use this, you can use, but there is a technique. This way. You are not wearing properly, but you put just to save yourself from the cold. This way you can do it. Okay? Many people do not understand that. They'll say, oh, haram, what you did, it is destroying your umrah. Now, if you put your hand inside and properly wearing it, khalas. That is the problem. Okay. Anything else? Yes. Double ihram using is allowed as well. Triple is allowed. If you think too cold, you can use blanket if it is winter all the way there, no problem. To have shower Zamzam water is not recommended. Wudu and shower, some people do. Although it's not haram, but it is not recommended. Because what the Zamzam is, purpose of the Zamzam, the hadith said, Ta'amu tu'min wa shifa'u suqmin. Its purpose is said to drink, and it is like purification, or it is like a cure, it is like sufficing the food. So the purpose is clearly mentioned in the hadith. Therefore, making wudu or ghusl is not recommended. However, if somebody is stuck, there is no water, need to pray, and he has only Zamzam water to make wudu, will be okay. But to do ghusl and other things, it is, subhanAllah, people are in crisis of having Zamzam for their drink. To use that kind of purpose is not a good idea. Adul. First one, a leather sock, cotton sock, any sock, you are not allowed to do umrah. As the men are not allowed. For the women, no objection. And you said your journey is from here to? Good, very good point. If your flight journey is that in a way that you go from here to Jeddah, and from Jeddah you're not going to Mecca, rather you go to Medina, if it is the arrangement, you don't need wearing ihram now, don't need. You go without ihram, with your normal dress to Medina first, and finish your Medina ibadah, and from Medina, when you'll be heading to Mecca, Dhul Hulaifa, the Miqat place will come. From there, you do your Ihram. Jazakallah khair. Hatim is open area adjacent to the Kaaba. It is originally part of Kaaba. Are you allowed to pray nafal there? You are allowed, but to go there and coming out, big struggle, big hustle. So, therefore, we don't recommend nowadays to do so. Somebody prays, prayer is valid. Now, okay. Is any recommended preferred day for Umrah or fixed Friday or any other specific time? Nothing came about this. Rather, the hadith we cited before, Prophet ﷺ said, anyone would like to come here to pray and to do tawaf, they should be allowed. Nobody can stop them, meaning it is allowed all the way, all the time, and there is no specific mention of that. However, generally, if tahajjud time, your dua is more accepted due to the tahajjud time. Maybe it could be, but again, tahajjud time is for tahajjud, So you see, it's very difficult to say that particular time is more recommended. Only Ramadan, Umrah is equivalent to performing a Hajj. Now, no, I clarified a little while ago, Nafal Tawaf, only 7 times around Kaaba Tawaf and 2 Rakah Salah. After that, no Sa'i between Safa Marwa, neither any Ihram dress. First question about Salah in the aeroplane, if there is no chance to stand, of course you'll be praying and sitting in your seat. If you can face Qibla, fine. While going from here to Makkah is good, you're facing Qibla automatically. But while coming back, totally opposite. So if you cannot face Qibla, alhamdulillah, it is allowed because of darura and other. Second one, women cutting the hair, where they cut it? The men will go to salon, of course. The women, their mahram will take a scissor and they themselves will be cutting in the hotel. Their, sisters or mothers or wives here. Easy. Just, hold this. They have long hair, mashallah. Hold this and just one cut. Finish. Finger joint only. Okay. If you are coming from Medina to Jeddah to go to Mecca, you do take, or you dress from hotel, put on Ihram dress, and after flying, little while after flying, you make your niyyah. They're supposed to make announcement. However, Miqat is not that very far from Medina airport. So after flying, after departure, after 5 minutes to say, we are safe. Okay? Yes, the people who are going from Jeddah straight to Mecca, for them, this is the last question, by the way, inshallah. Those people who will be going from Jeddah to Mecca straight away, of course, they need to have Ihram before Miqat. Where they put in it? Put on the Ihram. For the very expert people, if you are traveling in Saudi Airlines, they have a cabin type of prayer place. Some people who are very expert, they do it there. But most of the people will do in Heathrow Airport or any other airport, Gatwick, whatever you're flying from. You can do from your home as well, but from the home is too long. Better, I most of the times change the clothes. If it is like Heathrow Airport, do all this check-in, keep your Ihram bag, check-in done, and you're relaxed, and you come to prayer place, Musalla in Heathrow Airport or any other airport, you pray your normal Salah, and you do the Ihram, and you go to take on the board of the plane. So this is probably a safer way rather than changing it in the aeroplane. But don't do niyyah now. Withhold the niyyah until half an hour before arrival, landing to Jeddah. Then you do say the niyyah and say the Talbiyah. In Saudi Airlines, they'll make announcement. Even other airlines also they do, who are directly going to Jeddah, they do this. However, if your flight is via transit to another airport, like Royal Jordanian from here to Amman, you don't need to have any Ihram now. In Amman, in the transit, after transit, you do in the Amman airport, changing the clothes. Again, delay Niyyah before arrival Jeddah, half an hour ago, via Qatar, via Dubai, any other transit spot, you do change the clothes over there. That is easy. Alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah khairan. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.